just ahead on this episode of the Raider Report. Project Lead the Way teachers and students engineer a solution for virtual learning. A PHS club needs your help in spreading holiday cheer this Christmas season. And you'll meet a crowd of canines that give new meaning to the phrase, teacher's pet. All this and more coming up on your Raider Report.
Hi, and thanks for joining us. I'm Connor Heason.
And I'm Aiden Van Schindel, and here's what's happening at PHS.
It's the time of the year in which students would usually be selecting classes for the next school year, but the events of 2020 have changed that timeline.
Your PHS counselors want you to know that you haven't missed anything, and there's nothing that you need to worry about. The process for selecting courses for the 2020-2021 school year has been pushed back a few weeks due to the challenges of the pandemic. PHS administration expects to move forward with course scheduling sometime after Christmas break.
Again, don't worry. There will be plenty of communication through email or announcements or homeroom, letting you know when the process will begin, so be patient and stay tuned.
In our ongoing series about how teachers and students are dealing with virtual learning, this week we see how some of the engineering classes are conquering the challenges being thrown at them.
What we're seeing here is the screen for your desktop here at school.
One of the first lessons you'll learn in Mr. Camp's Intro to Engineering and Design class is that engineers solve problems. And when the decision to go virtual was made, this PHS teacher had a major problem on his hands. All of the software used for his class is loaded on the computers in the PLTW rooms. How could students access and use the software that is essential for the course?
When we're in Fusion and it's talking about this PC, it's actually talking about the desktop here at school.
Luckily, the school district had a number of laptops that were no longer being used. Engineering students checked out the old laptops, set up a virtual private network, also called a VPN, and accessed their classroom workstations remotely from home. And just like that, the problem was solved.
It's kind of neat. I've been in the class here on Wednesdays and Thursdays working, and I've seen, all of a sudden I'll see a screen come up, and I can tell someone's logged in and they're working on drawings. And it's kind of nice too if they get stuck, and I've got office hours going on, or you know, if they're in class and they get stuck, they can come on and say, hey, I'm stuck, and I can go to that particular desktop they're assigned, and I can sit down with them and kind of walk them through and kind of see where they are. So it's worked out well.
Mr. Camps is quick to point out that it took a team to tackle this problem, and without the help of the school district's technology staff, there's no way his students would be back to the old drawing board.
We're fortunate that we had these laptops, the district did, and you know, each kid's assigned one and they got to take care of it. All the kids have had access, they're all working on their drawings. Things are going well. It relieves my stress level a little bit, and I think it relieves the kids' stress level a little bit.
So, the next time you walk past a computer with no one sitting in the chair in front of it, remember, there could be an important problem being solved right then and there. Reporting for the Raider Strong Network, I'm Lindsay Sequest.
Wow! It sounds like the engineering classes are making the best of these times. We are glad they can still be able to do these things while working from home. While the connections are continuing through virtual learning, sadly, that's not the case for everyone in our community.
One group that had to struggle through this pandemic are the elderly. Because of social distancing and for their safety, they don't get to see their loved ones. So especially during the Christmas season, they can feel alone. The PHS Christian Club has a goal to help.
In hopes of providing Christmas spirit, the Christian Club is encouraging all of you to create holiday cards for the elderly at Contra Villa Assisted Living. There will be 2 boxes placed in front of PHS door number 9 and door number 2, where you can place a decorated Christmas card.
The deadline for dropping off cards is Friday, December 18th. If any of you want to make a card but are uncomfortable or unable to bring it to school, please mail it to the Christian Club at Pulaski High School. And the address is 1040 South St. Augustine Street, Pulaski, Wisconsin, 54162.
Please help the Christian Club accomplish getting every person at Country Villa a holiday card. Another way to get into holiday spirit is watching the choir's holiday concert. Similar to Red Raider Showcase, the holiday concert will be held virtually on YouTube. The concert includes several variety acts and choir pieces. If you wish to watch, the concert will air starting Saturday, December 19th, and the link will be sent out through Homeroom on announcements on Canvas.
Turning now to our edition of Show and Tell. We've all heard of the phrase teacher's pet, but today you'll meet a PHS teacher who gives the term a new meaning.
That's right! Mr. Santee and his wife raise purebred whippets that are show dogs. They also sell their whippets to families who can provide the right kind of home. As you might expect, raising a collection of canines gets rather hectic, but helping people find a well-trained pet is a labor of love for Mr. Santee and his family.
Come on.
One whippet turned into two, turned into three, and three have turned into several litters over the last 7 years. It's a lot. It's a massive, massive commitment just to help a couple families a year get a great forever pet. They're a great size to have in the house. They have basically no grooming requirements because their hair is so short. They only have one kind of hair. They're happy to run outside and get 10 or 15 minutes of exercise and then just lounge around on the couch the rest of the day. So they rarely bark, and they're not an aggressive breed by any means. They're just meant to race a little bit and then kind of lounge around. We got to have a fence because being a sight hound and being the fastest animal over land, pound for pound, if they see a rabbit or a squirrel, you will never, ever catch them. There's a tremendous value in choosing the right dog for your family. There's a massive difference between getting a dog that was intentionally bred to be a family dog and socialized and cared for and trained to be a family dog versus finding a dog that wasn't intentionally brought into this world nor intentionally trained to be with people. So there's a lot of great resources out there to find the right breed and to pick the right dog for you. But it's a process, you are intentionally bringing a family member into your home that's going to be with you for 10 to 20 years. My best advice is to do your homework. It takes a long time to bring a great family member into your home. Your brothers and sisters and mom and dad are those people by chance, but you have the ability to have a great lifelong friend and family member, and you can pick those by choice.
Mr. Santee tells us that during the whelping process, their home goes through an all-out transformation, and it's at least a 6-month commitment to raise a puppy that's ready for adoption.
For hunting dogs to hunting season, there are a few Red Raider students who had a great hunt this last month. Let's take a look at some of the trophy bucks harvested by PHS students.
Senior Aaron Ton bagged the biggest buck of his hunting career so far. This beautiful 8-pointer had a 14-inch spread.
And junior Ashlyn Szymanski also dropped an 8-pointer during gun season. Nice job, Ashlyn.
And freshman Chase Shabilsky took down an impressive 9-pointer. What a big-bodied buck Chase bagged.
Congratulations to all of our Red Raider deer hunters who enjoyed a safe and successful 2020 gun season.
Winter sports are up and running, which means Jack Hayward is back with scores and highlights. Here's Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack from Jack of All Sports, and this is my weekend review. Boys swimming is 1-2 after losses to Ashwaubenon and Sturgeon Bay. Highlights from those matches include TJ Shaw winning the 500-yard freestyle. Shaw left the second-place finisher to cap off his astounding performance. That one win came against Shawano 85-72 last Thursday. Boys hockey is 4-0 and have outscored their opponents 29-3. They will be taking on the 2-1 Bayport Pirates at the Cornerstone on Saturday, December 12th. Girls hockey is 1-0 and haven't played since December 3rd due to their previous game on the 7th being postponed. Their next game should be on the 18th against Northland Pines at the Cornerstone. Wrestling beat Seymour 44-23, and we have a few highlights. Let's pick up at the action at 152 pounds, where junior Brady Geel is in full control. Geel makes a little adjustment in his pinning combination and picks up the fall. Senior Jojo O'Leary gives us a little shake and bake, then snags a low single leg to get the takedown. The senior went on to grab a technical fall at 160 pounds. Max Burdett puts the finishing touches on the Pulaski victory when he silences his Thunder opponent, sinking a deep half Nelson and settling in for the fall. Girls basketball is 3-2. Those two losses were against state qualifiers last season, which were Hortonville and Bayport. In the Hortonville game, highlights include Ashlyn Szymanski's 21-point performance. Their win came against New London, which featured Ashlyn and Sheridan combining for 50 points with 23 and 27 respectively. Against Shawano, the team totaled 17 steals and Sheridan Fogger contributed for 17 points. Against Bayport in a close loss, highlights from that include 14 and 10 from Flogger and Szymanski. Their most recent game came again on Thursday with the team beating Ashwaubenon by 12. Their next game will be on 15th at De Pere. Boys basketball is 1-2. They lost by 13 to Seymour. Highlights from that game include Bo Bramsharper scoring 19 and Derek Shaw scoring 13. The Raiders also lost to the Bayport Pirates, and those highlights from that game include Bo Bramsharper dropping 14 and 7 and Matt Holloway grabbing 6 boards. Their most recent game was their first win in a close 41-36 victory that was highlighted by Derek Shaw's 17 points and Bo Bramsharper's 8. Their next game will be at home against De Pere. Special thanks to Caleb Hay for providing us with some stats. You can watch all the home games at strivetv/Pulaski, and that's Jack of All Sports. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Jack.
To close out today's show, we take you to the Mountain Bay Trail for a little R&R with nature. And that's all we have for you today. Thanks for tuning in.
Make it a great day and a fun Monday, Raiders.